Hi, dear friends, welcome to Philo of Life, the channel dedicated to sharing knowledge and personal development. Unleash the power of wisdom, foster innovative thinking, and shape your future through profound videos. This week, I and my friends are embarking on a special journey, exploring our own selves through the book, Open Your Soul, an inward journey to discover self-created happiness. We will delve into a profound journey, learning about the art of opening our souls and seeking happiness from the hidden sources of energy within. Within the pages of this book, we will uncover the meanings behind two central concepts, inward journey and self-created happiness. The experiences and teachings will help us understand ourselves better, unlocking the facets of the soul that we may not have explored before. We will discover how opening your soul is not just about expanding self-knowledge but also involves proactive actions, accepting challenges, and embracing change. Through this, we will realize the ability to self-create happiness in our daily lives, independent of external factors. Let's immerse ourselves in this book, share experiences, and reflect on what this journey brings to each of us. Together, we will explore the doors of the soul, opening up to a new world where happiness is not just a goal but also a state of the soul that we can create for ourselves. One day, in a small village on the edge of the forest, there was a man named Alexander. Alexander was always passionate about exploring the depths of his own soul. Every dawn, he began his journey in the cool green forest, where the shadows of the trees seemed to narrate stories of the soul. One day, Alexander discovered a small path leading into a dense forest. It was a path never explored by anyone. It was said to be the path of inward orientation and the journey of the soul. What made it special was not only its breathtaking natural beauty but also the secrets it held about the soul. As Alexander's footsteps treaded on the new path, he encountered peculiar flowers, each bloom symbolizing an aspect of the human soul. Cherry blossoms flourished where the first light touched, representing the freedom and freshness of willpower. Meanwhile, the deep purple orchids showcased the profoundness and contemplation of life. At the mountain's summit, Alexander met an ancient lion, a master of Eastern philosophy. The lion shared the importance of inward orientation as a way to understand oneself and maintain balance in the soul. Finally, as the sun set, Alexander returned home with a light heart and a creative soul. His journeys were not just about walking in the forest, but immersing himself in the essence of life and the meaning of the soul. From then on, Alexander's story of inward orientation and the journey of the soul became an inspiration for others, inviting them to explore the hidden beauty behind each spiritual moment. Inward orientation and the journey of the soul is not just a simple phrase, it's a window opening to a profound spiritual world. Inward orientation refers to directing the mind and soul inward, exploring the deep spaces of one's inner self. This might involve acceptance, facing, and understanding the subtle layers of the soul. The journey of the soul opens a facet of life as a spiritual adventure, a journey to discover what lies beyond external appearances, to find profound meaning and purpose. It's not just a geographical journey but an exploration of the essence of oneself. In inward orientation and the journey of the soul, people seek understanding of psychology, emotions, and the meaning of life. This often involves practicing mindfulness, meditation, and other profound psychological methods to achieve mental balance and harmony. Moreover, this concept opens up many possibilities, from understanding oneself better to building positive relationships and creating meaning in daily life. Inward orientation and the journey of the soul is not just a direction, it's a philosophy, an endless exploration of self and soul. Inward orientation and the journey of the soul is a spiritual adventure but also a colorful and creative experience. In this journey, we not only explore the mysterious land of our soul but also create our own works of art from emotions, thoughts, and experiences. Inward orientation provides endless opportunities for creativity. It could be experiencing music, visual arts, writing, or any other art medium. Focusing inward opens up moments of creativity where ideas begin to flourish and emotions transform into unique pieces of art. The journey of the soul is not just a journey back to the past, it's also about creating the present and future. It's a journey to discover hidden potential, exploring aspects of ourselves that we may not have known. Each step on this journey is an opportunity to shape the soul and create something new. Creative works are not just products of the mind, they are also sources of inspiration for others on their journeys. Inward orientation and the journey of the soul is not just a book, it's an adventure full of meaning and creativity, inviting us to share and connect through the language of the spirit. One day, in a small coastal town, there was a girl named Isabella. She was unlike anyone else in the town. Isabella often wore colorful pieces of fabric, and in her hair, there were wildflowers. She always found beauty in ordinary things and was known as an icon of creativity and uniqueness. One day, Isabella decided to spend time exploring the nearby forest, a place people avoided due to rumors of strange events. However, she believed that uniqueness and normalcy could coexist in this place. In the forest, she encountered a peculiar rock amidst ancient towering trees. This rock, called the soul gem by the locals, appeared extraordinary and emitted an impressive light. Isabella decided to converse with the soul gem to understand more about its uniqueness. The soul gem turned out to be a stone from the realm of the soul, where uniqueness and normalcy weren't opposing concepts but elements harmonizing to create perfection. It explained that every object, from wildflowers to magical rocks, contributed to the soul's landscape, forming a complete and harmonious unity. Returning to the town, Isabella shared the story of the soul gem and the harmony between uniqueness and normalcy. She became an inspiration for others, encouraging them to open the doors of their hearts and embrace their uniqueness. From then on, the town became more vibrant than ever, with everyone shining in their own way. Isabella and the soul gem proved that the harmony between uniqueness and normalcy is not only feasible but also a source of motivation for a colorful and meaningful life. Open the door to the soul is not just a simple phrase, it opens up a deep exploration of the self. This book is not just a guide but an invitation to the subtle depths of the inner self, creating conditions for change and development. The term open evokes the image of a door swinging open, an opportunity to open one's heart and accept. This not only involves opening doors for others but also being ready to expand one's own soul. This door could symbolize the willingness to face new experiences, uncover hidden meanings, and explore the unique aspects of oneself. The journey inward often goes hand in hand with opening the door to the soul, creating a harmony of understanding and self-awareness. Opening the door to the soul is a process of opening up to oneself, seeking sincerity, and recognizing core values. This book might be synonymous with an invitation for readers to embark on a journey to find meaning and fulfillment in life. Open the door to the soul is a call for us not only to open doors to new opportunities but also to discover and love ourselves, opening the door to appreciation and compassion. On the journey of opening the door to the soul, each step is a new adventure but also a challenge to understand oneself better. Each door opened is like pages of a soul book, each page holding individual stories, from small joys to deep sorrows. As the doors of the soul open, people begin to realize that it's not just about self-discovery but also an opportunity to share with those around them. To open the door, one must first bravely confront fears and anxieties, so that beyond that door lies the treasure of acceptance and understanding. On this journey, one may encounter special guides, such as cultural heroes or spiritual philosophers, helping them find peace and profound experiences in life. For instance, an ancient oak tree deep in the forest might impart lessons about resilience and deep connection with the earth. Each door to the soul not only speaks about oneself but also provides an opportunity to create profound impressions for others. From sharing soulful stories to creating works of art, each action is a way to contribute to the collective journey of humanity, expanding minds and fostering compassion. Finally, when the doors of the soul are fully opened, people realize that every moment is a reason to be grateful and to love. Open the door to the soul is not just about seeking personal fulfillment, it's also about building a diverse and peaceful spiritual world, where each open door is a welcoming embrace for harmony and love. In the small town of Green Valley, there is a woman named Sophia who pursues the philosophy of self-created happiness every day. Sophia lives amidst the majestic nature, where lush green grass and flowers bloom abundantly. With understanding and gratitude for all the natural beauty around her, she transforms her small home into a haven of self-made happiness. Every morning, Sophia wakes up to the gentle sunlight and begins the day with a short meditation. She focuses on her breath and current emotions, opening the door to her soul and embracing every mental state naturally. Sophia not only focuses on herself, but also shares the philosophy of self-created happiness with those around her. She conducts community meditation sessions, creating a positive environment where people can share joy and challenges in life. Sophia's life is not entirely free from challenges, but she has learned to see positive aspects in every situation. She has proven that happiness can be self-generated through self-understanding and acceptance, as well as connecting with nature and the community. In Green Valley, the philosophy of self-created happiness is not just Sophia's personal belief but also an inspiration for those around her. Every day, she and her community together build a space filled with joy, gratitude, and love, a place where self-made happiness is not just a concept but a practical and authentic state of mind. Self-created happiness is not just a lifestyle but a secret that Sophia shares with everyone, opening up a new world full of meaning and appreciation for life. In Sophia's daily lessons, we realize that happiness is not a destination but a journey, a spiritual adventure we can engage in right in the midst of today. The essence of self-created happiness lies in putting ourselves at the center of life and acknowledging the positive things we have around us. Sophia teaches us how to create happiness from within, independent of external circumstances. This brings profound meaning, as it is an ongoing adventure to seek joy and meaning, even in the toughest times. Self-created happiness also brings meaning to creating a united community where people share, support, and inspire each other on their journeys. This community is not just a place to share joy but also a space for sharing burdens, creating a sincere and warm environment. Self-created happiness is an inspiration for us to appreciate every moment of life and turn them into beautiful and meaningful memories. It encourages us to cherish each day and learn to enjoy every moment, helping us build a beautiful and worthwhile life. Self-created happiness is not just a phrase but a dedication, a life philosophy guiding a positive and meaningful life. This book is not just a specific guide but an invitation for each person to question the true meaning of happiness in their lives. Self-created happiness presents the view that happiness is not a product of external conditions but a process created and sustained by oneself. It is a spiritual journey, a self-exploration and construction from personal values, goals, and meaning. From a philosophical standpoint, self-created happiness often relates to the practice of spirituality, mindfulness, and acceptance. It encourages readers to explore themselves, understand the factors that contribute to joy and satisfaction in daily life. The book may also share the significance of mindfulness, gratitude, and compassion in creating happiness. By focusing on positive aspects, readers are encouraged to develop a positive mindset and create a soul full of joy. With self-created happiness, readers can seek innovation and wellness in their approach to life. This book is not just a guide but also a profound journey to explore the meaning and consciousness of creating happiness every day. In the small town of Evergreen, where winding mountains intertwine with lush green valleys, there is a woman named Olivia. Olivia is a nature researcher passionate about the diversity of the natural world, viewing life as a journey of learning and development. Every morning, Olivia starts her day by walking through sparse forests and admiring the mystical beauty of sunlight piercing through the lush green canopy. It's a time when she realizes that the diversity of nature is an endless source of inspiration, and she challenges herself to learn and develop through every dimension of life. Olivia doesn't stop at immersing herself in the mystery of nature, but also extends her knowledge sharing to the community. Every month, she organizes academic sessions where people can learn from her research on the intricate interactions between natural elements. However, Olivia's journey of learning and development is not only about scientific knowledge, but also about connecting with each other and with nature. Olivia explores empathy and sustainable development by sharing love and responsibility for the environment. With every journey, Olivia recognizes that learning and development never end. Life is a range of mountains and valleys, and each step is an opportunity to expand knowledge and love. In the town of Evergreen, Olivia's journey is not only her own, but also that of the entire community, where people learn, develop, and build a sustainable future. Journey of learning and development is not just a concept, it is a path that each of us undergoes in life. This title brings forth a philosophy of continuous effort, exploration, and self-development, creating a journey full of meaning and conscious impact on personal growth. The journey of learning and development often involves the process of self-research, exploration, and learning from every experience in life. It is not just about accumulating knowledge, but also about accepting and processing information, thereby building new awareness and wisdom. The book often emphasizes the continuous improvement of oneself, from developing personal skills to enhancing leadership abilities. By deeply understanding oneself, we can make positive changes in our lives and influence the surrounding environment. The journey of learning and development also brings meaning to sharing knowledge and experiences. This process not only creates opportunities for shared experiences, but also enhances academic communities and mutual understanding. Ultimately, this book is an endless journey, continuous and ceaseless, where each step is an opportunity to become the best version of oneself. The journey of learning and development not only encourages us to seek knowledge and understanding, but also opens the door to creativity and innovation, highlighting the importance of continuous development in life. The story behind The Connection Between Inner Self and Happiness is not just a play of language, but a profound journey into the soul, where issues of psychology and happiness arise and are resolved. From the very first word, we are drawn into an imaginary world where the connection between the inner self and happiness blends like a symphony of spirituality. Each story begins with the image of a young woman named Mia, standing in the midst of a tropical garden full of color and fragrance. With each step, Mia explores new areas in the garden, symbolizing different aspects of the human soul. Mia starts with the area of shedding tears, where sad experiences and challenges reside. Here, she learns how to face and accept emotions, laying a solid foundation for emotional balance. Next is the learning zone, where delicate flowers bloom, representing understanding and new knowledge, opening the door to personal growth. But the most wonderful thing is that Mia doesn't embark on this journey alone. In her adventure, she meets new friends named Empathy, Acceptance, and Gratitude, each carrying an essential piece to construct their own happy story. Finally, when Mia reaches the companionship area, she realizes that the connection between the inner self and happiness is not just about oneself, but also about the community. Mia and her friends build a resilient soul home, where people share, support, and enrich each other's souls. The story concludes with an image of Mia standing amidst open doors full of hope, symbolizing an endless journey where the connection between the inner self and happiness is a grand adventure, full of meaning and creativity. The connection between inner self and happiness is a captivating theme from the first glance, as it opens up a conversation about the profound relationship between the soul and positive mental states. From the first sentence, we can recognize that this is an adventure into the world of psychology and the soul, where this connection forms the secret of happiness. The soul, the core of oneself, plays a decisive role in determining our emotional and mental states. The connection between inner self and happiness is a deep exploration of how our souls can interact with life to create a state of happiness. This journey is not just about facing challenges, but also about discovering positive energies within ourselves. It is an understanding and acceptance of oneself, creating a strong connection, forming the foundation for a natural state of happiness. In this way, the connection between inner self and happiness is not just a personal exploration, but also a shared journey where people can share, learn, and support each other on the path to happiness. It emphasizes the power of connecting the soul and the mind in building a meaningful and joy-filled life. Finally, as the sun gradually sets and the twilight lights envelop the space, we reflect on the journey of opening the doors of the soul. This is not just a book, but a vivid painting of the harmony between the inner self and happiness, where each page is a memorable adventure. In our souls, doors have opened, creating new spiritual spaces. We have explored the worlds hidden behind emotional states, and from there, we have found meaning and joy in every simple moment of life. This inward journey not only helps us understand ourselves better, but also expands compassion and understanding for others. It is a soulful adventure that each of us can cherish, like pieces coming together to form a magnificent life portrait. We want to express deep gratitude to the companions on this path, from the new friends we've met to the wisdom from books and deep within our hearts. Each person has been an essential part, adding to the wonder of our story. And as we close the book, we carry not only new lessons and experiences, but also keep in our hearts the flame of self-created happiness. The journey never truly ends because every day is a new page, a new door to open, and a new opportunity to find meaning in life. Thank you for joining us through the beautiful pages of this journey. We look forward to meeting again in the next adventures.